So, as most of you already know, there is no One Piece chapter this week, and unfortunately, there's no One Piece chapter next week either. Yeah, Ichiro Oda is now recovering from tonsil surgery, so he's on hiatus for 2 weeks, and you know what that means for all you One Piece lovers. No manga for 2 weeks. I know, torture, right? But the anime continues, so expect me to continue to review the anime for the next 2 weeks. My next manga review will be in 2 weeks. So, what am I going to do for you guys today? I want to continue to do One Piece videos, but I can't make One Piece videos if there's no manga chapter. So, I figured I would do a One Piece discussion video. A lot of people do discussion videos on One Piece on YouTube. And what the hell, I figured I would join along, right? So, what am I going to talk to you guys about today? One thing I've always wanted to talk about in One Piece, and not just One Piece, but it's kind of in manga, in anime in general, is character deaths. When a character dies in an anime or a manga, it's very shocking to say the least, especially when you grow so attached to the character. And so much in fact that a lot of manga and anime sales, really, you see a huge spike when something major happens, when like a character, especially when a character dies, you see sales go through the roof. Now, I can potentially see 4 characters dying by the end of this series. One of them is not Brook. I'm just going to say that right now. It's impossible for Brook to die. His devil fruit prevents him from dying, or revives him when he does die, so Brook is not going to die. Let me just say that one more time. Brook will not die in the series. Unless something completely crazy happens that no one saw coming. But, yeah, so, of the 9 Straw Hats, he's not one of them. There's really 4 characters, I've said, that I can see dying by the end of the series. And let me just jump right into it. One of the characters I can totally see dying by the end of the series, and when I say the end of the series, I mean the last arc or 2, because I really don't see Oda killing off any Straw Hats before the end. So one of the characters I can see is Chopper. I know. Now, I don't have much to back this up other than this one simple fact. Chopper is, there are, I would say, of all of the female audience that watches One Piece, and a lot of the males too, but of all the female audience, Chopper is probably the most beloved character of the Straw Hats, just because he's so adorable to so many females. So, this is going to sound horrible. What better way, think about this, what better way to piss off all the female audience than to kill off Chopper at the end of One Piece? Oh my god, that would be probably the most heart-wrenching, heartbreaking chapter of the show if they were just to kill him off. Now, don't get me wrong, I hope all the Straw Hats survive. This is all, again, this is all speculation, but just putting it out there. Now, the only other thing I will say with Chopper that can possibly support this claim is that he's one of the only Straw Hats that's kind of already living his dream. Most Straw Hats are still seeking their dream. Chopper is living it. His main goal was to be liked by somebody, by a crew. And he finally got that when he became a member of the Straw Hats. And he was, you know, scared at first, but he really grew to love Luffy, and the whole crew grew to love him. So, he's already living his dream. So, if he dies at the end of the series, he'll die happily. You know, maybe he'll die protecting Luffy. He got to live his dream. So, I know it's very, very little to go by, but it's not impossible. You know, I've seen crazier things happen, so Chopper, I can totally see dying by the end of the series. Now, the other character, the next character I can see possibly dying at the end of the series is Usopp. Now, Usopp is interesting because Usopp lives by one philosophy, and that is being the best liar in the goddamn world. Usopp is He's an amazing liar. What can I say? Now he's a very interesting character in terms of progression because, especially lately, and again, I'm not going to spoil anything, but it seems like for every 2 steps forward Usopp takes, he always takes 1 step backward. And there's something, I don't know if it's what Oda's holding back off on. Maybe he just wants to drag it, but there's something preventing Usopp's character development from proceeding, from going forward. And I always felt that when Usopp dies, if he dies in this series, it's going to be as a warrior, okay? Because Usopp always says his goal, his major dream in One Piece is to become a great warrior of the sea. And how do warriors die? Warriors die protecting their captain. Warriors die with an army behind them. He will have an army of 10,000 soldiers behind them when he dies. I don't know how, but something's going to happen. Usopp is going to be remembered by the end of this series. Again, 2 steps forwards, 1 step backwards, but I have a feeling that towards the end of the show, this guy's going to take leaps and bounds. And if Usopp dies at the end of the series, it's going to be an epic fashion, okay? Because Usopp is taking some people out with him. So, again, everything in this video is speculation. I don't know if, for all you know, no one's going to die. But Usopp is very likely, out of all the other One Piece characters, it's likely he can die. But if he does die, it's going to be as remembered as a great warrior. So, Usopp. Now, the next Straw Hat I can see dying by the end of the series is actually one of my favorite Straw Hats, and that is Sanjay. Now, with Sanjay, I have to say that I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's just something with Oda. Sanjay is a big punching bag in the series, at least from what I've seen so far, and it's really a shame. And hopefully it changes as the series progresses. But so many times I see Sanjay kind of pushed aside. Or just not really pushed aside because he's had a big role in a lot of the arcs. Don't get me wrong. Sanjay in you know, in Enies Lobby and in Water 7 and a lot of other arcs, in mini arcs, a lot of little stories in One Piece. He's had a major role, but at the same time, dude, I mean, come on, he's a punching bag to everyone. He always goes up against like strong characters who aren't meant for him, or are meant for someone else, like Luffy, and he gets his ass kicked. I hate to say it that way, but it is true. And I just hope that, you know, as the series progresses, that we'll start seeing some character development for Sanjay, because I feel like he's been the same character the whole series in terms of personality, and it's just he hits on Nami, he hits on Robin, he's, oh my god, a girl! I've never seen a girl before in my life. And while it's funny, Sanjay's character is hilarious. So many times, you know, it just doesn't progress. His character development doesn't progress that much. And that's why I think I can see Sanjay dying by the end of the series. Now, I truly hope, I really hope that Sanjay's character gets to a point where he finds a woman he loves, who actually loves him back. Okay? There's glimpses, I'm not going to spoil much, there's glimpses of that in this arc, if that means anything, of this current arc. I'll leave it at that, though. But so many times, you know, he's the most humble guy ever towards females, and they all treat him like shit. Nami treats him like shit. Robin treats him like shit. You know, it's not fair to the guy, and I really hope better for him. And unfortunately, I'll be honest, I'm hoping I'm wrong here. I hope that we see character development before the show's over. But if not, this is when I can see Oda killing him off. But I will say this. If Sanjay gets killed off in the series, I can see it going down as one of the most insane, epic episodes ever. I mean, I just keep picturing. Here's what I picture when Sanjay dies. Whatever the reason he died, however he dies, I picture him taking that last puff of his cigarette. And I think someone else mentioned this in their One Piece. They made a similar video of this. They mentioned he takes a puff of his last cigarette, you know, while looking at Nami or Robin, and then he dies. And oh my god, I just hope if they do something like that, it would be freaking sad as hell, but also so epic. So Sanjay is the third Straw Hat I can totally see dying. And finally, the #1 Straw Hat I can see dying by the end of the series is none other than Monkey D. Luffy. Now, this one is the most obvious to me because there couldn't be more signs of foreshadowing. Now, again, this is all speculation. I've said it before. So for all we know, no one is going to die by the end of the series. All Straw Hats will live. Everyone will live happily ever after. Who the hell knows? But, oh my god, how can you ignore all these signs of foreshadowing with Luffy? And here's where, if you haven't watched past Enies Lobby, there could be a little spoilers. Not much, but let me start with the most obvious. Roger was king of the pirates. Roger died. He was executed. Luffy already had, in the beginning, in Locktown, if you remember, Luffy went through all this, and his dream is basically, if he dies, he wants to die the same way Roger died. You know, like a freaking king. So if Luffy obtains the One Piece, and for some reason it goes down the same way Roger did, which I'm not totally convinced. If something like that happens, I don't know how I would react yet. I don't want the show to kind of end that way. If it does, with him dying like Roger did, I think that would be kind of stupid. I mean, it would be cool. I guess it depends how they do it, really. But so the whole Locktown thing, you know, Roger getting killed, Luffy is obviously, we know by the end of the show, he's more than likely going to become the king of the pirates. He's going to obtain the One Piece, and just like Roger did. So he's kind of living in Roger's footsteps. And if Roger died, why not Luffy? But here's the biggest thing to me, and the biggest reason I can see Luffy dying, and that is his gears. Once Luffy started using his gears, so many times we've heard characters state that you know, it's pushing Luffy to the max. Every time Luffy uses a gear, it's taking a little bit of his lifespan away. You know, in Impel Down, again, I'm going to try to avoid the spoilers, but in Impel Down, you know, for those that have seen it, that certain thing happened that shortened his lifespan. So he continues to shorten his lifespan every time he uses the gears. And my god, I mean, they keep almost every arc or two, there's almost like little foreshadowing of him potentially dying. I hope I'm wrong, but of all the Straw Hats, I would think that Luffy would be most likely to die at the end of the series. So that's about it. Those are the 4 characters I can see dying. You know, other characters, like, let me just throw out a couple characters out there of the Straw Hats. Robin and Nami. Robin I don't see dying, just because she went through the whole Enies Lobby thing, and her whole backstory was her wanting to live. So Luffy saved her, and I just don't see her dying now after all that. Nami, I don't think she's going to die either, because she still hasn't lived her dream, and her dream is to draw a map of the entire world. And once the One Piece is obtained, she'll, you know, you figure once the One Piece is obtained, somehow she'll be able to draw a picture of the world. She would have explored all the seas, and at that point, she would be able to live her dream. I just don't see her dying. I don't know why. Maybe I'm wrong, but unless they start like developing a love interest between Luffy and Nami, but I don't think One Piece is gonna have romance. If they do, it might. If they do, it would be towards the end of the series, and who knows? Oda can change his mind at any time. But I just don't see Nami dying. Frankie, He's a robot. I don't know. Maybe Frankie, but if he dies, I don't really think it'll be like super sad. Just because, I'll be honest, I like Frankie, but I don't like the New World Frankie as much as the Old World Frankie, if that makes sense. I don't know. Something's off with this character as of late. So I don't know if they'll kill him. Maybe they will kill him off. I don't know. And then the only Straw Hat I haven't mentioned is Zoro. Zoro is 50-50 on me. I don't think he'll die at the end of the series. I really don't, because he's so loyal to Luffy, and there's something else has already happened in this show where we thought he was heading in that direction of sacrificing himself for Luffy, but it didn't quite happen that way. So I really don't think he will die at the end of the series. I think he will become the world's greatest swordsman, and really that's it. I'm curious with Zoro, and this might be a topic for this might be a good topic for another One Piece discussion video. There is more to Zoro's backstory than we know, and when I say this, I'm referring to Koona. Damn it, I forgot how to pronounce her name, but the whole Tashigi thing and Zoro's girl from his past, there's something more to it, and I would absolutely love it if Oda went more in depth with that. But that's a discussion for another day. Maybe a future thing that may happen in One Piece. Who knows? But anyways, I feel like I've ranted long enough. This has been my One Piece discussion of the 4 most likely Straw Hats who I can see dying by the end of the show. Again, folks, take this all with a grain of salt. This is complete speculation on my end. Maybe other characters can die. Maybe no one will die. Maybe only one of them will die. Who the hell knows? But I hope you enjoyed this video. It's been kind of long. Gone on a little bit longer than maybe than I would like. But I hope you've enjoyed. And I'll see you guys next time for the next One Piece video, which I think should be the anime after this. Anime review. So I hope you guys have enjoyed. Please leave your comments, like the video, subscribe, and just let me know what you think. And other than that, have a wonderful day and enjoy your week. Well, tomorrow's Friday, but enjoy your weekend anyways. I'll see you guys later.